The UX industry has really boomed over the last few years. From bootcamps popping up everywhere to it being embedded into universities, and also a bunch of learning yourself materials that you can all find all over the internet. It can be a very overwhelming experience when you start applying for your first ever UX role. But have you ever considered if UX is actually the right role for you? If you're new here, hi, what's up? I'm Gemma and I'm a senior product designer who shares tips about UX for free. If that's something you're interested in, then why not hit that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell to get notified every time I upload a new video. It is true right now that the industry itself is highly saturated. And that means that competition within this industry is extremely high. You're really going to need to stand out from the crowd, and unfortunately a certificate from a bootcamp is just simply not enough. Now this may be hard to hear, but there are a lot of bootcamps out there that promise the world in just 6 months. They also promise with a certificate that you will have no problems at all landing a role within UX. When in reality, this just isn't true. When hiring new designers, especially from my personal experiences, we don't actually focus a lot on education. We do, however, focus on what you can offer, meaning we're looking for evidence to know that you can do the role. To do this, we look through your CV to see if you have any relevant background within the industry. We don't always take that into account and say, if you don't have any relevant experience, then we're not going to give you a role. But what we do look for is to see how you market yourself within your CV and whether or not you mention actual UX processes. We also take into consideration your portfolio and how you structured your case studies. My advice on this would be to build up your portfolio as much as possible. And within that portfolio, show clear evidence of the UX process. I do have a whole video on how to create a killer case study, and I'll leave that in the description below, and I'll also put it in the card above. So make sure to check out that video. There's a free template involved as well, which is completely free. So if that's something you're interested in, check that out. Another expectation is that UX is actually not that easy. As much as it may seem, the role of a UXer is not as easy as it may look. Again, bootcamps train you up in a matter of 6 months, then send you straight out into the wild, but you can't really learn the whole of the process within 6 months. You need more experience on top of those 6 months in order to really understand the UX processes. Unfortunately, UX is not about creating pretty designs. It's actually a balancing act between business objectives and the user experience, as well as being able to budget well and stick within an allocated budget that the client may have set or an internal business may have set. Trust me, it's not a walk in the park. It is a highly demanding role. Again, unfortunately, it's not just about the users. As much as you may think that it's about creating the best user experience possible, it is in the title, user experience. But it's not. It's about aligning business goals with user needs. And to be honest with you, it's mainly more about the business. The goal is to satisfy both, and that isn't easy. So just be prepared to be the advocate for the user as much as possible, but you also have to be the advocate for the business. Balancing both equally sometimes just isn't possible, but all you can do is try your best. Another realistic expectation is not all companies value UX. It's true. Unfortunately, this is a harsh reality. Just because companies are hiring UX specialists doesn't necessarily mean they value them or understand our process. Believe it or not, UX is still an early concept within some organizations. Even big corporate businesses that maybe have been surviving for the last 30 years will sometimes have a very low UX maturity standard. UX maturity is a great way to understand what type of experience you would have working for such an organization. It is sometimes really hard to know what the UX maturity level is within organizations when you're just looking in. But I do have a video that explains the whole UX maturity concept and what you can do in order to find out if the UX maturity within a business is low or high. I will leave a link to that video in the description below and also add a card in above, so if you're interested in UX maturity, I highly recommend you go watch that video. The last unrealistic expectation on my list is 100k salaries straight out of bootcamp. Now it sounds like I have something against bootcamps. I don't. I have something against bootcamps which promise in the world which don't deliver. And this is one of them. I'm sorry to be the one to break it to you, but bootcamps saying to you that you're going to be earning 100k within 6 months are absolutely lying to you. It takes years of experience to be earning that type of salary, and to be honest with you, sometimes you never even earn that much money. Those kind of salaries are only salaries you would find places within Silicon Valley or North America, but if you're from Europe or if you're from the UK, you will definitely not be seeing those type of salaries for the roles that we do. I am sorry. We don't earn that much money. London is one of the highest places within the UK where you would be able to earn a salary which is close to that, but those salaries actually range from about 35k, possibly to the highest about 75k. And those won't be straight out of bootcamp type of roles. Again, I do have a video explaining salaries within the UK and how to work out the salary of the expectation of the company you're going to be working at. I will also leave that video in the comments below and a card above. And that's it. That's my 5 realistic expectations again into the UX industry in the year 2022. If you have any questions about this video, then please leave them in the comments below. And if you did like this video, then please give it a thumbs up. Maybe consider subscribing to this channel. I am really trying to grow this channel, so anything you can do to help, I'd be super grateful. I also offer one-on-one mentoring sessions over on my Super Peers. If that's something you're interested in, there's a link in the description below. And last but not least, if you want to follow me over on Instagram, you can do so here. And until next time, bye!